Hello, wonderful friends, and welcome back to Bible Wonderland. I'm so excited you here today because we about to journey back in time for another magical, faith-filled story. Are you ready? Today, we're diving into the incredible tale of Naaman and the healing river. Long, long ago, in a land far away, lived a very powerful and respected army commander named Naaman. He was a hero to his people, brave in battle, and a great leader. Everyone looked up to him, but Naaman had a secret, a big problem that made him very sad. He had a serious skin disease called leprosy, which made his skin sore and unhealthy. Poor Naaman had tried everything to get better. He went to the best doctors and used all sorts of expensive treatments, but nothing worked. He was starting to lose hope. Now, living in Naaman's house was a young servant girl who had been brought from the land of Israel. She was a kind girl with a big heart and a strong faith. Seeing how much her master was suffering, she bravely went to Naaman's wife and said, "I wish my master would go and see the prophet who lives in Samaria, in Israel. I know he could heal him of his disease." When Naaman heard this, a little spark of hope lit up inside him. Could this be the answer he was looking for? He immediately went to his king and asked for permission to travel to Israel. The king agreed and sent Naaman off with a letter for the king of Israel, along with many expensive gifts of silver, gold, and fine clothing. Naaman thought that with all this wealth, he could surely buy his healing. So, Naaman and his whole procession of soldiers, horses, and chariots arrived in Israel. But things didn't go as he expected. The king of Israel was confused and scared by the request. But the prophet, a wise man of God named Elisha, heard about it. He sent a message to the king, saying, "Why are you so upset? Have Naaman come to me, and he will know there is a prophet in Israel." Naaman, full of pride and expectation, rode his grand chariots to Elisha's humble home. He imagined the prophet would come out, perform a huge, spectacular ceremony, wave his hands over him, call on the name of his God, and instantly heal him. But Elisha didn't even come out to meet him. Instead, he sent a messenger with a very simple instruction. The message said, "Go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, and your skin will be restored, and you will be clean." Naaman was furious. "What?" he shouted. "Just wash in a muddy river, that's it? I thought he would do something amazing. We have much better, cleaner rivers back in my own country. Why should I wash in the Jordan?" He felt insulted and disrespected. His pride was hurt. He turned his chariot around, ready to go home in a rage. But thankfully, Naaman had some very wise servants with him. They came to him gently and said, "Our master, if the prophet had asked you to do some great, difficult thing, wouldn't you have done it? So why not do this simple thing?" he asks. "Just wash and be clean." Their words made Naaman stop and think. They were right. What did he have to lose? Humbly, Naaman went down to the Jordan River. He was still a little skeptical, but he decided to obey. He stepped into the water and dipped himself under. 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Nothing happened. His skin was still the same, but he had to obey completely. He took a deep breath and dipped himself under for the 7th and final time. When he came up out of the water, it was a miracle. He looked at his arms, his hands. His skin was completely healed. It was as smooth and healthy as the skin of a little child. Wow! Naaman was speechless. He was filled with awe and gratitude. He rushed back to Elisha's house. no longer full of pride, but full of humility and joy. He stood before the prophet and declared, "Now I know that there is no God in all the world except in Israel." He realized that God's power doesn't depend on grand shows or expensive gifts. And that brings us to our wonderful lessons for today. First, obedience to God brings amazing blessings, even when His instructions seem small or simple. Second, our pride can sometimes get in the way and stop us from receiving God's miracles. And third, when we choose humility and faith, just like Naaman finally did, we open the door for God to do incredible things in our lives. What an amazing story of healing and humility. I hope you loved it as much as I did. Remember to carry these lessons in your heart this week. Thanks for joining me in Bible Wonderland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. See you next time. Bye.